Okay, good evening, folks. If I don't sound quite right tonight, I'm on Plan B, but we'll stagger through it here. This is K5LYN. My name's Lynn. I'm in Austin. We get together on Wednesday evenings to talk about the early days of single sideband. And some things just don't always work quite right. And that being the case, please consider that happens on radios that are 40, 50, 60 years old. We'd like to accept buy-sell trades if they're vintage radio related. And if you're working on a radio and need some technical advice, this is a great place to get some really learned help here. I do it all the time. I'm on tonight what I like to call the radio version of a 59 Studebaker. It begins in 1948 with the Collins 310B VFO, which is actually the first permeability-tuned oscillator used in AM radios, best I can tell. And that Collins VFO is exciting. The Heathkit SB10 single sideband adapter from 1959, and I'm using it to adapt to the Heathkit Novice Rig DX60 to single sideband, and I had it putting out 60 watts a while ago, and it's now driving the Collins 30L1. I'm listening to everybody on the Drake 1A. So let's talk to some folks here. Mr. TXW, George, talk to us. K5LYN.
Hello, Lynn, and all around the net for the finest hour of amateur radio for the week from WB5TXW. On the Collins radios, 32S175S3 to 30L1. Hasn't blown a fuse yet. Shure 444 microphone, and the 75-meter dipole out in the woods here. So that's about it, Lynn. And breakfast this Saturday, over?
Yes, sir. I'm for it.
All right. Well, we'll recheck on Friday, and that is it for the net. Thank you for the quick test. WB5TX.
Yeah, 8 o'clock Saturday morning, El Nuevo, Mexico, Anderson Lane and North Lamar. We had 5 last time. All right, let's see if Barry's in here. Hey, Barry, you still hanging in there? KF5YMF, how about it? K5YMF. He's usually early and has to go because of the shift he works. How about Doug, WB1E? Doug?
Yeah, oops, I'm sliding right on past the rig here. Okay, the wheel's a little too much greasy. Hey, good evening, everybody. This is Doug, WB1E over here in Bryan College Station area, and talking to you on the night of the Gold Swan 500. And I hope there will be another one out there. I heard one earlier. And a little help from a homemade 8877F doing, let's see, about 1.2 something kW. And going up with some trusty old RG213 to an inverted V up at 80 feet cut for this frequency. So that's the long and the short of it there, Lynn. And whatever you're always on, Lynn, you sound great. So this is Doug, WB1E, back to net.
Well, thank you for the comments, Doug. But this didn't have the quality of Collins, Drake, Heathkit, and its better years, or Central Electronics, but we'll stagger through tonight. And as usual, you're the strongest signal over here except for George, who's 15 blocks from me. Sounding great, beautiful audio. All right, hey, Denver OJB, talk to us on the Collins, K5LYN.
Okay, this is Denver, N5OJB in Gonzales, Texas. And I'm talking to you on an S line. It's a 32S1 transmitter and a 75S1 receiver. And I'm using the Shure 444 microphone. I have the NCL 2000 amplifier running into a homemade inverted V and dipole at about 30 apex at about 30 foot in the air, and that's about it. I play with this thing and love it. It'd take a pocket full of change if I ever get rid of it. Back to you, Lynn.
Well, as usual, Denver, it sounds great, and I always like to mention you're the only guy that ever has the NCL 2000 amplifier, so you've got some nice stuff there. Anything else for the net this evening?
That's about it. I'm just a lonesome old cowboy down here. I don't have all you people around close to me. I'm about the only ham in this area.
Yeah, but you had Halima-Check's Auto Supply, and I used to go there about once a month for years. Nice outfit down there. Good to hear you. Moving on. How about CXG? Hey, Bob, talk to us. K5LYN. Bob is sometimes around the corner. CXG, hey, Bob. Well, maybe back. Okay, YER. Sir, I missed your prefix. Talk to us. K5LYN.
It's November 5, and I'm exciting all this stuff with a 7300 ICOM. I got all my old stuff on the floor yet. I haven't got it all hooked up on the other shelf here, but I'm running through an Heathkit SA2060A tuner into an SC220, running about 1100 watts on low tap, and into a homemade inverted V fed with ladder line. And it's up about 35 feet, and that's about all I got.
It's working great. Remind me, where's QTH?
San Antonio, southeast corner.
San Antonio, beautiful signal into Austin. At about the 7300, other than my totally worn out ICOM 706 Fark 2G, I bought one of those, and it's a pretty all around straightforward, easy to operate radio. I like it a lot, and yours sounds great. Glad you came by to see us this evening. Okay, hey Dan, WOZ, talk to us, K5LYN.
Yeah, good evening, Lynn, and everybody else on the boat anchors. This is Dan, KWOZ in Houston, talking on the regular Kenwood TSA 30, using a Shure 444D microphone, and driving a homebrew 3813's amplifier that is, well, I'm getting 1200 out of it tonight. I pushed it a little bit harder the other night there, and I got 13. It's getting hot. Well, nothing glows red, so I guess it's all right. And it just takes a beating. Those tubes, they're so grossly underrated, it's kind of a shame. Anyway, that's it from here. The antenna's a two-band bazooka up there about 38 feet. And got 12.1 inches of rain since midnight last night here. And that's it from here, KWOZ.
We saw the storm coming your way, Dan. We didn't get that much out of this whole deal. I've gotten 1.5 inches, and I'm glad to getting it, but it's not what's happening with a lot of you guys. And yeah, about the A13s. Those are wonderful, and I kind of like 400s too, but either one we amateurs can work with. You sounded great, Dan. Anything else for the net this evening?
No, I got two amplifiers that are my favorites. One of them's got a 4400 in it, and the other one is this one with the A13. So I'm following right along with you, Lynn.
Yep, we're singing the same song there for you. They're great tubes. All right, hey, KE5Q, Jim, talk to us.
Yes, sir. K5LYN in the net. KE5Q. I was just on the phone with Dave, WA5KCP, and I just hung up with him, and you called me. So good evening to everybody on the net. I have actually changed over since last week and actually put on the R4B and the T4XB, the L4B, Shure 444, a different Shure 444, and we're still going into that same very popular the 8040 double bazooka Ultimax, and I appreciate you calling the net. I got the RF gain. We still got a bunch of static crashes up here, but I'm pulling everybody through pretty good by just adjusting the RF gain on the old R4B. K5LYN, KE5Q, Plano.
An absolutely superb signal, Jim, as usual. Beautiful audio. Okay, I'm going to talk to Lyle, then I guess I'll give this thing to Jay, and then we'll go around the table. K5LT. Hey, Lyle, you still hanging out over there? K5LYN.
Good evening, Lynn, and everyone else on the net. This is Lyle Lima, Yankee Lima Echo. I'm located outside of Bernie, Texas, about 30 miles north of San Antonio. Running the usual tonight, running the Heathkit SB101, going through a Heathkit SB221 amplifier, out through a double extended ZEP, running through cedar trees and all over the place. So, lots of static crashes tonight, but everybody's sounding good. And Getting a little swampy around here from all the rain we've been getting. I know we got some good rain yesterday. We got a little bit this morning, and look at the radar. Looks like we have some more coming our way. So I may be turning the radio off early tonight. So back to you, Lynn. K5LT.
Sounding good as usual, Lyle. Hang in there and keep up the good work. Okay, Jay, I guess I got more of this thing out. You want to pick it up? KM5QS with the boat anchors, K5LYN.
Okay, man. Yeah, we'll take a run at it. See what we can accomplish. This is Jay, KM5QS, down here in Alice, Texas. It used to be dry land, but it probably will be again in about a week. Running a Kenwood TS820S, receiving with a Kenwood R820. Pushing all that through a TL922 amplifier, a homebrew antenna tuner, a homebrew 160 meter dipole. And that's what we're doing. Let me back up here and see if Bob got back into the room. KM5CXT, are you around? Well, he must have been a good plate of food anyway. We'll call him again in a little bit. WA5EDX, Byron.
Yeah, Jay, I'll show. This is WA5EDX in beautiful Bluffdale, Texas, 1 hour southwest of Cowtown. And tonight, surprise, surprise, we're on a Kenwood TS820S. Barefoot as usual, MC50 mic up to the old inverted D, about 35 feet. Hadn't been working on a radio per se this week, but I am getting serious about rearranging the shack and getting some radios organized somewhat, clear it out a wall so I can put up an extended operating position and get on the net here with a variety of boat anchors and not just the one I happen to be working on at any particular time. So that's all I know for sure. I have enjoyed the day without rain. Of course, it comes with a little humidity. And it being Wednesday, I did make the ham lunch over in Granbury today, where we had met at the Mesquite Pit for barbecue. So I had about 10 of us there. So not a ham fest, but about as close as you can get to it these days. Hi. Back to you, Jay. Good evening to everybody. Everybody's sounding about the EDX.
Okay, Byron. Yeah, it's old 820's cutting through. Static crashes can't hold a Kenwood down, so, you know. All righty. Thank you, sir. We'll look for you next week. Okay, Sammy, W5DTP, you got anything for the net tonight?
Nope, I'm just here listening, Jay. W5DPP.
Well, okay. Well, we'll send you some good wishes anyhow, so that's fine. Because you know you're hearing well anyway. I'll be good. Thank you, Sammy. N5BTM, Mr. Rouse.
Jay in the net, KM5QS. This is N5BTM, Ralph and Springs. And this evening we're on a Kenwood TS520, driving 4813, running about 700 watts this evening. And that's all going through a Drake MN2700 antenna tuner. And we got some new wires up. We got an 80 meter and 40 meter wire up in the inverted V configuration, fed with RG213 cable there, and the microphone's a Shure 444D. And that's we've had over the last couple days about 5 inches of rain. So everything's nice and green and wet. Anyway, back to you there, Jay. KM5QS and 5BTM.
Yeah, it sure looks nice. Right after the rain, that grass turns green, and then 2 days later, you got to mow it. We're looking forward to that. not. Anyway, sounded great, Ralph. Talk to you next time. AG5XP, your turn.
Thank you, Jay, for picking me up. This is Kenneth, Alpha Golf 5, X-Ray Papa, up here in Central Texas, little town called Browwood. Been out rolling a couple of helicopters. Got the helicopter HT-32A transmitter going out the HT-33A amplifier. Got a ATN-2040 tuner. And ready RV in it with a D104 microphone, making all this like work.
Okay, Kenneth. The old Hallicrafters are coming on through. I remember that set I had. I was still not sure why I moved it down the road. Oh well. We always do things we regret later, and then we don't remember not to do them again. So anyway, good deal, Kenneth. We'll catch you next time. Mike, KL7CD, your turn.
Okay, Jay, we got Hallicrafters right after Hallicrafters. My name is Mike. I'm in New Braunfels, Texas, just northeast of San Antonio, about 15-20 minutes to the city limits from here. And I, too, am on Hallicrafters Twins tonight. Before I forget, Jay, I want to ask Kenneth, or you can, I got his transmitter and his amplifier, but I did not get his receiver. I'm just curious about that. Anyway, my receiver's an SX117, transmitter's HT44, so they transmit together and receive together like a transceiver. I'm using the receiver VFO for both receive and transmit tonight. That runs into an SP220 by Heathkit. Tonight I'm running about 900 watts, got it throttled back a little bit. And from the amplifier I go to a Johnson Viking kilowatt matchbox. And that's a big piece of metal and it's working pretty good, seems like. And my antenna fed with 450 ohm twin lead is a 455 foot loop. Can't run 160 with it, but works on everything else. And I don't do 160 anyway, so that's no big deal. Microphone's a D104. And that's about it from here. I spent all afternoon hauling potting soil for my wife. Went to Lowe's, 5 of those 40-pound bags that are not stiff, so when you try to pick them up, they fold in the middle. And dumped them in pots and helped their plants and, the usual things. So I got a little sweaty, perspiring this afternoon. But I got done quick enough to get down here for the boat anchors. Back to you, Jay. AL7, Charlie Delta.
Okay, Mike. Excuse me. I'm getting ahead of myself. All righty, Mike. Sounds good. Yeah, you gotta keep Mama happy. I mean, that is just an absolute fact. There's no way around it. But it's worth it. All right, Mr. Tom, KC5, your turn.
Hey, good evening, Jay. I'm the Boat Anchors Net. This is Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And tonight, we're on the same old here. Central Electronics 200V with a D104 microphone. And that's driving a Central Electronics 600L, doing about 300 watts into a Johnson KW matchbox and a homebrew doublet up about 15 feet. And we're listening on R390A. So that's about all we have going on here. And I'll turn it back to you, Jay, KC5L.
Okay, Tom. Sounding great, as usual. All those Central Electronics sure do have some good audio. They do take up a lot of room on the desk, though. Anyway, let me back up here and see if Bob made it back. KA5CXG, Bob, you back?
Yes, sir. Sorry about that. When you called me, I was dealing with some fried chicken, and I wasn't going to quit. But doing pretty good out here at San Angelo. Not much going on. Thinking about putting a new antenna up, but right now it's raining, and it's fixing to rain again, and it's been a mess. But hopefully we'll get some dry weather here pretty quick. lots of static crashes. Hearing everybody extremely well, running the 520 with an electrical watch line and going into a refurbished tuner. It's one of the great big MS-30 old Versa tuners. It's a fixed inductor. It looks like it's the same size as an MT3000, and the capacitors are about the same size. And it's a big old thing, and we refurbished it at one time, and we're using it. Anyway, hope everybody has a good week. We'll catch y'all down the road. Keep me in mind if y'all run across a front panel for a Drake 2B. Still looking for one of those. And other than that, everything's going pretty good. I'll catch y'all later, Jay. KF6XG.
Okay, Bob. Good deal. That 520 sounding good, and if you put up a new antenna, I guess that explains why I don't know, but you seem to be coming in better. I'm not sure whether it's the radio or the antenna, or both. Or maybe it's the band. Who knows? But it works. That's a good thing. Let's see. I got one more on my list, and then we'll see what happens. KC5, November, Papa Charlie. Are you still there?
Yeah, go ahead, lady. Jay, Kilo Charlie 5, November, Papa Charlie. Out here in San Angelo also. Talked to Bob this morning on the local we had a good chat, and on the TS-830S out here with the MC50 microphone, and going out to my resonant Miracle off-center fed dipole, which is resonant on all bands 162.6. So that's what's happening here in San Angelo, waiting for the next lightning storm to move in. Over.
All right. Well, that's a good deal. It's coming through here just fine. San Angelo's that's the way it's from here. That's good Lord, what is that? 500 and something miles, I believe. I drove it a couple of times. Anyway, sometimes I even got paid for it. All righty. Well, thank you, sir. 830 sounded great. Rusty, did you ever make it?
Yeah, I'm here, Jay. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, it's KM5QS to WK5R. It's your turn, sir.
Okay. KM5QS WK5R. This is WK5R. I'm keeping on the modern radio, and instead of the helicopters, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing here for Commissioner Riley. Hollingsworth, brother. Anyway, the TS590, the audio technical microphone, I'm driving the Homebrew GS35B amplifier into the fan dipole at 50 feet. That's what we got here. So let's see if anybody up north is on out there. Anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
K0S88.
Okay, I got there. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm using a microphone.
Okay, Kurt. The Galaxy 550 sounds good as usual there. Appreciate you checking in. We'll look for you next week. All right. K0SED. Go ahead, Steve.
Well, good evening, Rusty, and all the boat anchors. K0SED and Tyler. Tonight I'm on the trusty old Kenwood 520 and a Collins 3001. Dipole up 40-odd feet. And that's about it. A little bit of rain over here. I think we got 4.5 inches yesterday or the day before, but I lose track. Nothing today, but it'll probably come tomorrow. Back to you, Rusty. K0SED.
Okay. You keep what sounded good as usual there, Steve. Appreciate you checking in. And the rain? I don't know how much I got, but it's too damn much. I'll put it that way. Okay, there was another station under Steve and Kurt there. So let's see who those were. Y'all come now.
November 0, Sierra Kilo, Nancy 0, Sugar King, Southeast Nebraska. 58 JRM.
Okay, I got WA0JRM, and I'm going to take the other one first there. He's ending in a kilo, and I done forgot it. I'm sorry, sir, but go ahead.
10-0.
Yeah, that's the one. Go ahead.
Okay, Nancy 0, Sugar King, located in the very southeast corner of Nebraska. Name is Steve, Sierra Tango, Echo, Victor Echo. And I'm not really running a mood anchor tonight. I've got a whole bunch of sitting around me, but none of them are really functional. Well, actually, my first dedicated sharing in over 15 years of ham radio. So I've done more work on that than the radios. We're running a 7800 icon to a Nelson 68 for about 1,000 watts. That feed into the inverted V, 80 meter inverted V. Center of that is at 120 feet, fed by half-inch light. And the microphone is a VR781 final. So that's how we're running right here tonight. A little bit more choppy here. QR Nancy, but I'm copying some of the stations fairly well and some not so well. So back to you. I'm not sure who is running in now. I had a K5LYN, but I think somebody else is kind of taking it up. This is M0SK. Thanks, guys.
Okay, yeah, fine there, Steve. You might be running more power higher or something there. You're quite a bit louder than your neighbor Kurt up there in Nebraska, but you're sounding good down here on the IC 7800. Appreciate you checking in. By the way, this is WK5R. Name is Rusty. Appreciate you checking in there. Okay, the WA0, and then I forgot the suffix I am. Sorry, I didn't write it down. Don't have a pen handy. But go ahead, sir.
WA0JRM, talking South Kansas City. We're 5 Mark 3 with a WRLS 24 microphone. Going through a gauge computer and out to horizontal delta loop. Copy a lot of things. A lot of them pretty tough to copy.
WA0JRM. WK5R. Did you say that was a Galaxy Mark III?
Galaxy 5 Mark III.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought that's what you said. I just want to make sure before I stuck my foot in my mouth there. It sounds great from Kansas City there. Appreciate you checking in. And we'll look for you again. Okay, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Kilo Echo Zero, Nancy Mike Z, go ahead.
Good evening, Rusty. This is Kilo Echo Zero, Yankee Mike Z. Good evening, and I'm on the N520 tonight. I'm going into 3001, driving to 3001 with the mountain stream on one, producing 450, 500 watts, somewhere in there. And
Okay. Casey, where are you located? Oh, okay. Now I know who it is for sure. I heard the wrong name for some odd reason anyway. Sorry about that, David. Appreciate you checking in there. I knew I'd worked you before when you said the flat top dipole. That was a clue. Appreciate you checking in. We'll catch you next time. Okay, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Is that you, Fred?
Yeah, W5HTD.
That's what I thought it was. You kind of faded on me there. Go ahead, Fred.
Oh, okay. I just walked in the room. Just wanted to check in the net. I'm looking for something. If somebody has one they want to get rid of, would it be all right to ask about it over?
Yeah, if it's vintage radio related, go ahead.
Yeah, it's an Autech TS1A filter that I'm trying to get to use with my TR4, which, by the way, I'm talking on. The TR4 with a little help from an FL2000B. The antenna is an inverted V, and the mic is a Shure 444 Delta. So that's the rig here. But that's kind of what I'm looking for, over.
Okay, Fred, you want to give any contact information there?
Yeah, as long as, the feds aren't looking for me. Yeah, I can be reached at 214-883-3353. And I am good on QRZ.
Okay. I didn't write that phone number down, but you were loud enough. I figured most people heard you there. Fred there is looking for a filter, and I didn't get the number on it, but I'm sure most people heard it there. If not, he's good on QRZ, and you can look him up and shoot him an email and see what filter he's looking for there. He's looking for one that's going to go into a Drake. So, appreciate it, Fred. We'll look for you next time. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Hey, Rusty.
Yes, sir, Jay.
It's not a Drake filter. It's an Autech QF1A. It's it's not a DSP, but I don't think that it might be. It's like a noise filter that you could put behind the older rigs. Queen Fox 1 Alpha.
Okay. All I knew is he was going to use it with a Drake. That's what I got.
Okay, no, I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Roger, because I didn't write it down. I figured most people heard what he was looking for. Anyway, thank you, Jay. Who else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Well, it sounds like I cleaned them out there. K5LYN, WK5. Are you ready again, Lynn?
I don't know. Does it sound like it? Am I in the right place, Rusty?
I believe you are. Go for it.
All right. This is K5LYN returning. Hey, y'all. The solar chargers in my neighborhood just kicked in, as they often do in the summertime. And so I'm not going to hear any distant stations very well. I'll take a quick standby and see if anybody wants to talk to me that I can hear. But I'm not too optimistic. This has been a curse that I've had every springtime. Let's see. Anybody want to talk to K5LYN about boat anchors? I'm listening.
KE5ARQ.
ARQ. Hey, James. How you doing?
Hey, doing all right. How y'all doing?
Well, I'm glad to hear you come in here because you always have such a great signal. I can hear you through all this noise.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise out there today. Yeah, nothing different over here. Running Kenwood TS830S, inverted V, 40 feet, Shure 444 mic, and right now I'm running the TL922A at about 1,000 watts.
Nice signal. Hey, I'm glad you came by because I got kind of a question for you. I know you're the third generation in the amateur lineage there. That your father and grandfather. Now, what about the grandfather's father? Do we know if he did anything in communications, telegraph, or anything like that? Is there a fourth generation involved by any chance?
No. he wasn't involved in it. He was a bus driver, and he took a bus over in the Decatur, North Texas area through like Valley View, and that's basically what he did. You know, he no communication.
Okay. Well, I just thought I'd ask since there were three of you. But you've continued the tradition in great shape. Over.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, whenever, you know, I don't shut the shack off to my kids. I got 4 kids, and they usually come in here and stop by and hang out, and they're all 4 under 10 years old, so hopefully one of them will pick up on it. Every once in a while when I get the Navy keyer out, that was my grandfather's, and don't mess around with it, you know, and you know, have some fun with it, and they're not bad with code, you know, so hopefully one of them picks up on it.
Well, that's really cool. So maybe there's a 4th generation in the works. Keep up the good work, James. Anything else for the group this evening?
No, I'm just really glad I get to check in. I look forward to this, you know, every week. So you guys, you know, thanks for doing what you guys are doing. KE5ARQ over.
And I look forward to your superior signal in this night where I have to listen to the solar chargers in my neighborhood. Tough going here. All right, anybody else out there I can hear wants to talk boat anchors? K5LYN.
Yeah, W5DK.
Okay, DK. Don, I got you, and there's somebody else. Let's talk to Don first.
Hey, good evening, Lynn, everybody. I just coming in late, checking in, enjoying the rain and all that. Well, good to hear everybody. Everybody sounds good. I will give it back to you, Lynn. W5DK.
Spectacular signal, Don. Great to hear you. All right, there was somebody else double with you. Let's see if I can hear that person. Go ahead.
W5TLJ in Bang.
TLJ, I can't call your name, but I know you real well. Talk to us.
I'm talking to you on ICOM M700 Pro HF Marine radio, putting out about 150.
I'm trying to think. Is your name Terry? Yeah, all right. Well, tell us a little bit more about that radio.
That's about 12 years old. They quit making them about 12 years ago. It's called ICOM M700 Pro. It's a Marine, all Marine band, all HF band. Puts out 150 watts, and I also have a ICOM 710 that I use for 40 meters. I use this for 100 meters. I can see on a off-center fed Wyndham up about 35 feet.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a fair amount of creativity on your part. Nice to hear you. Glad you came by. Anything else for the group this evening?
I was wondering, what's your location?
Austin.
Okay, so I got a pretty good signal.
Yeah, on a noisy night. I'm glad we can hear each other. Anything else for the group this evening?
No traffic.
All right, very good. All right, who else for the boat anchors? K5LYN calling and listening.
Whiskey Lima Fox.
Somebody came back to me, but Jay, I think I better pass the hat here. I'm not going to hear all these people that are out there. I hear the solar chargers all too well here. Take it and run with it, K5LYN.
Okay. Well, the static crashes are beginning to get to me as well, so we'll give it a shot, though. Whoever was trying to call in there, just go ahead and try it again. Oh, man, I can almost hear it. Rusty, can you hear him?
No, all I hear is just murmuring. That's all I can hear.
Can anybody relay?
I heard Kilo Charlie 5, but the static's getting so tough that it just buried him after I heard that.
Yeah, I could barely hear Rusty.
All right, I'm going to try it one more time. I don't know. This is Jimmy with WLS, and let's see what's wrong. I'm not putting hardly anything out. Anyways, if you can hear me now, transmitter. This is a really nice example of it. And I got the grip real clean inside and out. But anyway, I don't even know if anybody can hear me. This is 5 WLS.
Relay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it was Jimmy, Kilo Charlie 5, Whiskey Lima Foxtrot. He's got something for sale, but I couldn't make it out.
An HT-37 Hallicrafter.
HT-37 Hallicrafters he has for sale. Did I know?
That's Jimmy.
He's out tonight.
Jimmy, it's tough going. It really is. It's normally we can hear you fine, but the static crashes from what's left of our flooding situation today seem to be tearing us up. Jimmy, KC5WLF has for sale an HT-37 Hallicrafters. If anybody's interested in one of those fine old rigs, he said it's in excellent shape. It looks really good. Look him up on QRZ and drop him an email. Would that be good?
That'd be good. Thank you.
I heard the sound of your voice, but I'm sorry I can't copy him. I guess I need to get a better Kenwood.
Relay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he said that would be okay. Fine BTM.
Oh, thank you, Ralph.
What was his call there, Jay?
Kilo Charlie 5, Whiskey Lima Foxtrot.
If I'm not mistaken, Jay, he's in Austin.
Is he in Austin? Man, I want. Okay.
I might be wrong.
Yeah, and Lynn can't hear.
Just barely. I can just barely hear.
Okay.
Anybody hear what kind of rig he was on?
I'm on a newer radio. It's Yaesu SPBX.
He's on a modern rig.
Yeah, QSL, I got that.
Hey, Jay, I've got a relay from Zero Land.
Okay, go ahead.
Sugar Charlie Mike, go ahead. KC0 Sugar Charlie Mike, was that you? Go ahead. Whoever's relayed him, go ahead, because I've lost him. Okay, go ahead, Marshall. Okay, I didn't get much of that except he's on a loop antenna. I'm sorry I doubled with you.
Marshall's on 100. He's getting Warrior amp and RME 900 receiver.
Oh wow, good station there. Yeah, if it wasn't for the static crashes and everything, we'd be able to hear him.
What was that transmitter?
A Gonzit, GSB 100.
Okay, good. He sounds good, except he's covered up.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. You're welcome. Yeah, please take the relay there. Go ahead, Jack.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Is there anyone else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited that I can hear? Well, it's getting a little rough down here, but looking for check-ins. Come now, please. I can hear someone talking, but I can't make it out.
I didn't hear a thing, Jay.
It wasn't in
5 X-ray Juliet, and I missed the last letter.
Man, I'm even having a hard time hearing you, Ralph.
It's getting bad. The static crash is coming up, the band's going down.
Yeah, I'm pretty much out of it, Jay.
Yeah, I'm having a real tough time myself. But y'all out there, I apologize for not being able to pull you out. I think band conditions have either deteriorated on us or the static crashes have picked up or one thing and another. But man, I think I'm about done.
Yeah, let me say my 73s to the group. It'll be fun next week when we do it again, and maybe it'll be quieter. K5LYN.
All right. Yeah, that's the same sentiments from this end. We'll look better. We'll look for a little better conditions next week. Although we did fill the page up this week, so we didn't do too badly. We appreciate everyone who checked in and those who tried to check in. And maybe we'll do a little better job of hearing y'all next time. But at any rate, I guess it's just part of the deal. So next Wednesday night, 7:30, we're going to do this again. This is KM5QS73. Thank you all for checking in. And Rusty, you can tie her up.
Okay, Jay. Thank you, Lynn. Jake. Yeah. Appreciate everybody checking in there because it is getting really rough. I've got a good receiver, but I can't cut through. I got my RF gain running way back, and if I run it back anymore, I start cutting the volume down, and that don't help. Anyway, appreciate all y'all checking in with Jay and Lynn and myself and Mike, whoever might be helping with net control there. We do appreciate the relays, too. We know what it takes to keep all these old radios on the air. And we'll look for y'all again next week. So this is WK5R, now pausing the Bone Anchors Unlimited net and returning the frequency to normal amateur abuse. WK5R is clear.